Hello, in this video I'm going to explain how to add international flights to be booked by African Eagle to a project. Generally, international flights are booked by the client or passenger and added to the project as the in and out flight in service basket for information only. However, if requested, the company can book these international flights. These are not available in the database like regional and domestic flights, as it would be impossible to create all potential international flights, so they are managed in a special way. The flights are quoted and booked manually and entered in the system as follows. In the service basket, in the in and out flight section, enter the details of the flights. Click on the plus and for the in-flight, enter the flight number, for example BA59. Define if the flight is overnight or not. Enter the departure location, London Heathrow. Enter the departure time, 21:40, and the arrival date and time, the 11th of June at 10:10. For the out flight, enter the departure flight number, BA56. Define whether it is overnight. Enter the arrival location, London Heathrow. Enter the departure date, the 20th, and time at 19:20, as well as the arrival time, 5:30. For both these flights, tick INCL for included. Click Save Info. Then create an optional in-rate setup called International Flights and save. To be booked must be ticked. Then create a tailor-made for the international flights. We will review here only how to create and use tailor-mades in this specific situation. See the tutorial on tailor-made services for a detailed look at how this function works. Click on Tailor-made Services. Only one is created for all the legs together. Under New TM, select for the country the in-country, for example South Africa. Select OFS model, Air Transport. Click Display Default Values. Amend the Pro heading to the airline name plus international flight, for example, British Airways International Flights. Locations start and end should be all locations on board. Tick Not GPS. Under Supplier, start typing Avenir and select Avenir Tourisme. Amend the OFS heading to the date and routes of all flight legs. Departure 10 June, London Heathrow Cape Town, and departure 20 June, Joburg to London Heathrow. Untick Voucher to be issued, and if necessary, amend the object markup, for example, to 10%. Amend the service heading to return flights, if applicable. For the cost, enter the amount per person, for example 8,500, and taxes in extra fixed, for example 5,950. All the other fields remain as they are. Click Validate. Under Existing TM, select the tailor-made just created, British Airways International Flight. Enter as date the departure date of the first leg, 10 June. Click Add to Basket. On the Service to be Added page, select the optional International Flights. Click on the plus next to Comments and enter the flight numbers BA59 and BA56. Click Add to Basket. Note that the flight has been added to the basket. In Service Timing, for the international flight, tick Hide Service. Click Save. Click on the reference. Note that the tailor-made appears and bookings are managed. Click on Itinerary and Rates. In the Itinerary section, note that the tailor-made does not appear. The international flights appears as entered in and out. In the Rate section, the tailor-mades appear under Optionals, International Flights. On the invoice, the tailor-made appears under Optionals, International Flights. If the project is set to invoice detailed rates, on the Itinerary and Rates, under Rates, the international flight appears with the Optionals, and on the invoice, it appears in date order. If the international flights are connecting flights rather than direct, they are created in the same way with the flight numbers and connection indicated as follows. In Service Basket, in the in-out flight section, for the in-flight, enter all the flight numbers for the connecting flights, for example ET701-ET847, indicate whether the combined flights are overnight or not. Enter the name of the departure and connecting locations, London Heathrow via Addis Ababa. Enter the departure time for the first flight, 2100, and enter the arrival date and time of the final flight, 11 June at 13:45. For the out flight, again enter all the flight numbers, ET808-ET700. Define if the flights combined are overnight or not. Enter the name of the arrival and connecting locations, London Heathrow via Addis Ababa. Enter the departure date and time of the first flight, 20 June at 14:10, and the arrival time of the final flight at 6:50. And again for both, tick include for included. For the tailor-made, in the OFS heading, enter the routing via, for example, departure 10 June, London Heathrow via Addis to Cape Town, and departure 20 June, Johannesburg via Addis to London Heathrow. When adding the tailor-made, in the flight number, add all the flights, ET701-847 and ET808-700. In service timing, tick hide service. On the itinerary and rates, note how the flights appear. London Heathrow via Addis with both flight numbers, and Johannesburg to London via Addis. And that is it. Thank you for watching.